Hello, everyone. Black Alumni Council presents the Life of a Leatherneck podcast, and my name is Byron Williams, your host. Today's podcast features Lisa Lorraine Marsh. Hey, Lisa, how are you?
Hello. How are you, Byron? I am absolutely phenomenal. I'm a little bit under the weather today, but that never stops me because I still got to push right through. So.
All right, great. We finally got together, had a couple of hiccups there, but finally got to record you. So,
yeah.
So how have you been since you left Western Illinois?
Since I left Western, I have been all over the place. When I left Western, I actually went to the military, joined the National Guard, met my ex-husband, had 2 children, and then began working for the Federal Bureau of Prisons. And I worked for them for 27 years prior to my current career, which now I own and operate Miss P's Gluten-Free, where we do delicious, nutritious, and healthy gluten-free baked goods that are sold in Whole Foods and several other retailers.
Awesome. So tell me about your WIU story. Out of all the colleges and universities across the country, you picked Western Illinois.
I did.
What led you to that decision?
Well, I think a big contributing factor to me going to Western was my big brother. He actually left home, headed to WIU in Macomb first, and me being the doting little sister, as soon as I graduated, followed him down there. And he actually was only there for a year, and he left, and then I stayed. So I loved WIU. I believe that when I left, I didn't do like I took my daughter to college, where you drive them down and you see the campus and you take them to dinner. And then, no, I threw my trunk on the train from Chicago and went to Western Illinois University.
Oh my goodness.
Simple as
you got delivered to Macomb on a train, huh?
Yes, it just dropped
funny.
me right there. I had to figure out where I was supposed to be, and spent 2 years in Washington Hall. Hello, Southside.
Right. So how did you get from the train station to the dorm?
I can't. Now you know how long ago that was. I can barely remember yesterday. I did. I figured it out. Probably my brother had one of his friends or somebody come pick me up from the train and take me to my dorm. So.
Oh, okay. So you were roughing it as a freshman, did?
I roughed it as a freshman, a sophomore, junior, senior.
all 4 years.
All the way through.
Okay.
All the way through. Start rough and rough.
So, Lisa, what was your major at WIU? And were you involved in any extracurricular activities while you were there?
Yes, I majored in law enforcement administration. I have a BS in LEA. From Western Illinois University, and I was a campus sweetheart. I used to absolutely love hanging with campus. They talk more stuff, but it was cool. We had so much fun. And at one point, I really wanted to pledge, but then I was like, wait, pledge, graduate. Graduate. I'll take graduation for 20.
Pledging wasn't in that equation, huh?
Not at that time. I had really, it was my first time being away from home. And as most students do, I was soaring my wild oats. And at one point they were like, look, either you get it together or we're going to kick you out.
Yeah. So
I had to get it together. I had to figure it out. So obviously, for me, pledging was not in my future at that time. Who knows? I still may do it. You never know. Never too old. But I decided, yes, I could actually graduate from here, which was the best decision I ever made.
So you went from law enforcement to entrepreneurship. So what was your pivotal change or evolution in life? if you'd like to share that with your audience.
Absolutely. For me, I went into federal law enforcement for the structure. It was very military-like. I worked for the federal prison system for 27 years. I started in the federal prison in Tucson, Arizona as correctional officer, and I retired at MCC Chicago. Being able to come back home and spend the last 5 years with my mom, which was so remarkable. And I was able to do that with the career path that I chose. And once she passed away, I really looked at my life. I had been struggling with these issues. I had had digestive issues. I had severe flatulence, so much so, yeah, look, my husband was like, you too pretty to smell like that. So I knew I needed to make a change.
Okay.
And when the opportunity presented itself to me, I was able to look at transitioning from the Federal Bureau of Prisons onto my business, which is called Miss P's Gluten Free. And Miss P was my mom, so I named the business in her honor. And just being able to let people know that you don't have to suffer with the things that I had to suffer with the acid reflux, with the digestive issues, with the severe flatulence, that you could find a better way to eat, maintain your health, move more, live longer. And that is our motto. We want to teach people, educate people, let you know that you do not have to suffer in silence. And some of us not so silent, but you don't have to.
So how did you get to Lisa Lorraine? I like that. LL, Lisa Lorraine.
That was my mom. My mom's name was Eunice Lorraine, so she named me Lisa Lorraine, and I got a niece named Charmaine Lorraine. So we keep it going.
Okay. So Lisa Lorraine, what was your most memorable moment at WIU?
You guys, I loved going to those parties over at North Quad and talking about to the windows, to the walls, to the
Oh, those were the days.
Those were the days. I had so much joy at Western Illinois University, just discovering who I was, who I wanted to be, how I wanted to set up my life so that my outcome was better than where I was when I got here. So my thing was, we came from the south side of Chicago where very few of us went to college. As a matter of fact, my family, there was 6 of us, and I am the only girl, the only sibling that got a 4-year college degree, that worked 27 years in federal law enforcement, and then that opened their own business. So for me, it's breaking generational curses. It is understanding that where you come from does not have to be where you end up.
Yes. Great, phenomenal story. So as an alumnus of WIU, what has been your greatest achievement?
Besides graduating from WIU, graduating, being the first in my family to graduate, being able to have a full career in federal law enforcement, that could not have been possible without WIU. 27 years. So I'd like to say I went from corrections to confections, and from CO to CEO, and that would not have been possible without WIU. And transitioning to this business, learning how to run a business for me has been almost like starting over with a new child, birthing a kid and raising it from nothing to what it can become. And so I've had a lot of special events, and many of them are attributed because of the decision that I made in 1984. Yes. To throw that trunk on the train and head down to Macomb, Illinois.
Awesome story. So what are some of the experiences at WIU that are responsible for your success, and why?
One, it created confidence for a girl from the south side of Chicago to leave that comfort zone, leave home, leave my four other siblings, and venture off to. People are like, "Where's Macomb? Why are you going there?" So building that confidence that you can do and become anything you put your mind to. And so Western gave me that. It also allowed me to be one who is not shy, where I can make friends. I walk to the room, I'll be like, "Hey, how you doing? You doing?" Yeah. And at Western, you did that. I mean, you walked the campus, you saw people were friendly. You're like, "Hey," and most of us were from Chicago or East St. Louis.
Yeah.
And, we banded together and we were able to get through those really tumultuous times. It was really challenging down at WIU. I can remember working at Hardee's.
Oh, man.
At WIU, when everybody else was out there having a party and going to the party, I'm at Hardee's in the drive-thru taking orders. So I did what I needed to do in order to graduate and make it happen. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, if you had an opportunity to talk to and advise a young Lisa Lorraine, 17-year-old Lisa Lorraine, what would you tell her?
I would tell her, don't take life so seriously. I was the oldest girl, and people at WIU was like, "Girl, are you a teenager? Are you an old woman?" Because even then, it was like, I have to get this done. I have to get that done. And I would say to myself, have a little more fun. Be a little, not so stringent, but still study hard, because you need that in order to graduate.
Yes.
But have fun, meet people, and still to this day, I have friends that I met at Western Illinois University that we still talk. So meeting friends, being more open, going probably to less parties at campus.
That's all part of the experience, right?
All part of the experience. And it was a great experience. It truly, truly was. I can say that attending Western Illinois University changed the trajectory of my life.
Wow. In what way?
I would not be here as a wife, a mom, a grandma, a business owner, a retiree from the Federal Bureau of Prisons, had I not had the experiences that I had at Western Illinois University, had I not met Dr. Rudy Womack, who was in African American Studies and rented a house to me and three of my friends off campus, so that we're upperclassmen, so we don't have to stay in the dorms. He rented a home to us. He was our advisor. He said, you could do this, you could graduate, you could change your life. You don't have to go back to what you came from. So I can truly say the experiences that I have there made me who I am. And I'm very, awesome. Very thankful. Yeah.
So he was very inspiring, huh? When you were there.
He truly was. He was very inspiring. To be one of the only, at that time, I think, African-American professors at Western Illinois University. So we've come a little ways.
Yes. Yeah. So if you could change anything, like do any redos from the past, would it be anything different?
Probably not. I don't know that I would change anything. Maybe when I retired from the Federal Bureau of Prisons, I might have thought about that retirement a little longer, put more effort into that. Perhaps even going back to Western and getting a master's degree would have been something that I may have changed. But other than that, very little, very, very little. The experiences that I had, the things that I have been allowed to do, to become, to have, are much attributed to Western Illinois University and my time there. Again, a little Southside girl, not knowing much at all, following her brother to school, trying to figure out what life was all about. I found a lot of that at Western Illinois University. Great friends, great opportunities. We'd go down to South Quad, play bid whist.
Nothing like bid whist till 2, 3 in the morning, right?
Still want to play that.
Right. We had some great games. Great games.
We did. It was really a great time. And just to be young and enjoy it, you know? Mm-hmm. So I tried to get my daughter to go to Western. She did not. You know, you tell her to go one way. But she did graduate from college, so.
There you go. Where'd she go?
She went to Southern.
Oh, okay, Southern.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Carbondale?
Yeah. In Carbondale, which was a bigger party school than Western.
Halloween weekend, of course.
Yes. We used to go to SIU for Halloween.
Yeah. Back then, it was every year. Yeah.
That is so true. Now, I would, though, tell students, if you are considering college, especially coming from the south and west sides of Chicago, think about it. Think about getting out of your comfort zone. Think about leaving the things behind that are not serving you, and think about your future and planning for your future and what you can do getting a degree or getting 2 or 3 degrees. You can change the trajectory of your life and change your generation. That's what I feel like I'm doing. I am pushing our family, push, pull, whatever it takes, so that we are getting rid of these generational curses, because my mom passed away, like I said, and she passed away in 2009, but she was only 60. So for me, I want to change that. I want to have people eat better, move more, live longer. That's what it's all about.
Wonderful advice, Lisa. Also, read your bio, and I like, a couple of the paragraphs where you took a tragedy and made a triumph out of that, and that's such a wonderful story.
Thank you.
Would you like to comment on that at all?
Yeah, as I was just telling you a little bit about it, but for us, early death and departure had become a part of our generation. My mom passed away. She was 60 years old. My dad, he passed away. He was 42. I have already outlived him. He was 42 years old. You were barely living, and he passed away. And then in 2018, my middle sister was 51, and she passed away from a heart attack. So for me, looking at all that we've had to endure over the years, between early death and departure, between all of the issues and coming from the south side of Chicago, everything that comes with you from just all of the traumas of growing up on the south side.
Yes.
Being able to take that, knowing who you are, what you've been able to do, and just move it forward. Just continue to grow, taking it step by step by step by step. Is it easy? No, not even close to being easy, but it's doable. And I always say, with Men Upstairs, everything is possible. And I tell people I'm one of his favorites. So, and for me to have endured all of that and endured some of endured some of the issues from my family. Because when I lost my sister in 2018, she was 51. So I was 54. And to have to go through that and losing a sibling is one of the worst things you should ever have to endure. I would think the one worst thing that would be worse than that would be losing a child. And I've been very, very blessed that it's not happened. But That is what I'm trying to prevent. That's what I am educating our folks on, is that you can do better. If you are eating all this crap, and wondering why you're feeling queasy, or why you're gaining all the weight, or why your body is not doing what you need it to do, you gotta look at that. You gotta look at, how am I maintaining myself, my health, the things I want to do? Because for me, I want to see my grandchildren's children.
Yes.
So that means eating better, eating cleaner, understanding what I'm eating. And I'm not saying you can't eat some sweets, or you can't eat some things that are not totally healthy. But what I do say is, you have to make clean eating the rule and bad eating the exception. So every now and then you can have some chocolate, and every now and then you can have a burger, and every now and then you can, but on a daily basis, eating cleaner, making sure you're getting your supplements, making sure you're moving, and making sure that you are making plans to be around. And that's what it's all about for me, and passing that along to this next generation, and then getting over those generational curses that were just plaguing us forever. I really feel like I'm the one in our family who is called to do that. And believe me, some days I don't wanna. Can somebody else?
Yeah, that old saying, you are what you eat.
Yes,
True.
You are what you eat.
Yes.
And whatever you eat shows up here, shows up on them hips.
In the back.
Yes.
On the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Because
Well,
I get people all the time telling me, girl, you look the same way you did when you was in high school. I'm like, I don't know about that.
So your products, they're on Amazon, Whole Foods, your website.
Yep.
Are you hiring? I mean, you got a job out there for me? What?
We actually will be hiring very soon, because we are in the midst of getting a distributor. We're onboarding with KHE. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're a distributor through the Midwest. And they will be able to distribute our products as they go on the shelf at Mariano's.
Oh, you're going to Mariano's?
We're getting ready to go into Mariano's.
That's the amusement park of superstores, supermarkets, right?
Yes. They got 44 locations in and around Illinois, as well as some Wisconsin locations. So we are onboarding for KHE and Mariano's, and in talks with some of the other retailers so that we can get on their shelves as well, so that we can grow, and teach people that healthy, clean eating can be delicious. So
that's nice. We need to call Oprah. You need to be interviewed by Oprah. Really.
I don't know.
We gotta go international.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Let's do this international thing. But first, we want to get past local.
Okay.
We're still in the local stage.
One step at a time, right?
One step at a time.
Now you have so many certifications. I was looking at your bio. Oh, you could teach class. Can we do a Zoom call for those Leathernecks so you can tell us how you get all those certifications?
It is not easy. Let me tell you. You gotta cross them T's and dot them I's, and then when you don't do it right, you gotta go back and do it again.
Right.
But getting those certifications during the pandemic was something I was very, very, very specific about doing, because as a small minority-owned, female-owned business, you need to be certified. If you're saying this is who you are, you need to have something to back it up. And I am a big proponent of having that backup. Okay. So we are, I have it. So that I don't misspeak them, because I will mess them up and you'd be like, what did she say she was? She is who, what? So we have our National Minority Supplier Development Council certification. Okay. We have our Women's Business Enterprise National Council certification. We have our women-owned small business certification, our disadvantaged business enterprise certification, our business enterprise program certification from the city of Chicago, and we're women minority business enterprise certified. We're part of Toastmasters. We're part of the NAACP. We are a part of SCORE, and we're on the National DEI Committee for SCORE. So we are out there, we're in the community, we're volunteering. We volunteered with coffee, hip hop, and mental health, where we're feeding the homeless. So we've done some of that, as well as an organization that is near and dear to my heart called Ladies of Virtue out of Chicago, where they turn it down, where they educate and inform ladies from the south and west side of Chicago between the ages of 13 and 22, and help them build their confidence, help them get ready for college, help them experience more of life that they can't get just being raised in those areas. So we volunteer with them, we give to them, we do all we can to help them out, and definitely plan to do more.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, yeah. Lisa, I want to thank you for always supporting the Black Alumni Council's initiatives. You're a vendor. Whenever we call you, you're always open to that. And we wish you much success. And hey, if you need us, we're there for you as well. Also, yes. Do you have any last comments for our viewers?
Just a few last thoughts. I want to say to the Western Illinois University Black Alumni Committee, thank you. Thank you for pulling us all together. Thank you for celebrating the fact that we went to Western Illinois University and graduated, and bringing us together for picnics and dances and bowling, and getting us all reunited. So without the Black Alumni Committee, we could not do that. So you guys play a pivotal role in making sure that we stay connected from Western. So thank you guys for all that you do. We appreciate it. I know for sure I do. And just for future students, if they're listening, I want them to know that all things are possible, and all you have to do is stay at it. Persistence and perseverance will get you far. So if you have a dream, you can absolutely do it. There is nothing that's stopping you except you.
To all the Leathernecks out there, the Black Alumni Council will be at Western Illinois in October 21st through the 22nd. That's homecoming weekend. We'll be networking with the students there at the Multicultural Center. Besides that, we'll be enjoying a party on Friday night and Saturday night, bringing the theme of the 80s and the 90s. Hope to see you down there. And special thanks to my partner, Steve Hodges. He's the man behind the scenes, making sure these videos work out very well. All right, Leathernecks, see you next time.